Okay, the party of law and order is preparing to fire many FBI agents. That's right. Let me repeat that. The party of law and order, the back the blue, is going to be firing the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Who are they going to put in charge? Putin? Ping? They're going to put in the North Korean dictator? What do they want to do? It's like, since they're the party of law and order, I know. Let's get a child molester. That would fit your mold, wouldn't it, Donald? We can't get Epstein anymore. I'm sorry. I know it would have served your purposes so much better if we could get Epstein, but oh well, at last he's gone. And I know he was a good man, according to you. He just liked his women on the younger side. No harm, no foul. These are your words, Trump. Your words. I don't forget your words. Unlike MAGA, who says you weren't being serious, and if you were serious, you were only really joking. And if you were not joking, then it was out of sarcasm. And if it was not sarcasm, then you never planned to do it in the first place. And if you were planning to do it in the first, will you guys shut up? You can't even make up your mind what he meant. And you claim to know what Jesus meant in the frickin' Bible. You don't know what Donald Trump means, but you can speak for God. What the hell has happened to Americans? That your ego is so much above God. But Donald Trump, Ave Maria. And he played that song at his rallies. Think about that. He wants to make himself seem holy by playing Ave Maria, but never does not put his hand on the Bible. No, don't ask him to do that unless he turns it upside down. It's kind of like having an upside down cross. You know, the symbolism. Then he also played the Village People. You're against LGBTQ and trans, and you're playing YMCA. Do you understand the band? What, Queen was busy? Oh, you played them too? Oh, yeah, that's right. Elton John? Oh, yeah, you played them too. Yeah. For someone who's against LGBTQ and the trans community and women, you seem to pick the craziest music to play at your rallies. That's like being against the inner city and playing rap. That's like being anti-South and playing country. It's like, oh, we hate country down in Texas. Yeah, right. Okay. But then again, to be fair, a lot of people in Texas were mad as hell at the Dixie Chicks. At one time. But it's like, seriously, guys. How do you have so much trouble understanding all these? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. It's like Trump doesn't care about law and order. Trump only cares about Trump. And anybody who ever investigates him, he needs to wipe them off the map. He doesn't want to be investigated ever. He doesn't want his rich friends to be investigated ever. So, like, from now on, FBI, we're going to target the poor. But we're not against the poor. Oh, no, 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 no. We're just pro-rich. We're not anti-poor. We're just pro-rich. Sounds so much better being pro-rich. That's like saying, I'm pro-life. I'm not pro-choice. But I don't call myself anti-choice. Seriously? If you're pro-life, trying to force it on us, then by nature, you are anti-choice. If you're pro-choice, that does not mean that you're anti-life. Do you realize most women, not all, most women who go to have the abortion after the original time limit was put on it. Remember, you had a certain time limit before it was considered illegal? It's like the ones at the beginning, they're having it done because they just don't want to carry the baby, whether they were raped or whatever. But the ones who have it done later, like in the second trimester, hell, even the early third trimester, they're getting some bad news from their doctor. Not bad advice, bad news. It's like, we got some bad news. Your child won't survive. In fact, you may die having it. Now the mother has to make a choice. Do I follow into God's footsteps like the religious right tell me to and die, or do I have an abortion and make sure I live and have another child later? Tough choice. Do what the religious right tell me to do, because they know God better than I do. Or take care of myself. Boy, the conundrum. You guys are morons. It's like women want to have the child. A lot of them. Not all. But a lot of women want to have a child. It's just due to medical situations. Something is happening that could kill them, that could kill the baby. Now, all you right-to-lifers out there, well, even if the child is going to be born with a debilitating disease that he can't walk, talk, speak, think, whatever, he's a vegetable that's on a popsicle stick. It's better for God. Okay. And what happens if that child is born? I'm going to go out on a limb here. Liking the same gender. Oh, then you should have killed him in the first place. You guys don't have that same mentality. Why is that? You can attack a person for their orientation or their gender or what they want to be, but you cannot attack them because of a medical problem, because it's God's will. Will you shut up with this God's will? Is it God's will for kids to be shot in school? If it's God's will for kids to be shot in school, then it's God's will for a boy to become a girl due to surgery. Okay, can we make this clear and understood? If God cannot be stopped, he has everything happen for a reason, good and bad. And I'm not saying he doesn't. But if he can make tornadoes take out a whole village, a whole town, for his will to make people believe, then why can't God have a trans? Why can't God have an abortion? Have a woman have an abortion. Why can't God do all this stuff? Because it's not for the Bible. So's killing. Thou shalt not kill. But God killed left and right. Why is that? You wonder why less people go to church? Because you're not preaching faith anymore. You're not preaching love of your fellow man. Love one another. What you do unto the least of them, you do unto me. No, 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 no. That doesn't make me any money. Shut up with your holier than thou attitude. And if you're going to back the blue, back the blue. Don't fire the FBI like you say you want to do. You're just trying to punish those who disagree with Donald Trump. Just admit it.